What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.
And then, defensively, we didn't get to the free throw line, to only 12 free throw attempts, so they won the game in the paint tonight.
We talked earlier about the bench being good tonight. In those non-straight minutes, you guys were minus 15. Why do you think they had the success in this tonight?
I mean, I think they pretty much, I think that's when they were really starting to pound the paint. Offensive rebounds. They had size in that second unit when Van Vliet went off the floor. Siakam came back in the game and he basically played the point. So, they play with a lot of size. I talked about that beginning of the game. 6'6", 6'7" guys at really all five positions, and they really just pounded us tonight with their athleticism and just determination to establish their style of play, which is attacking the paint, attacking the glass.
I wanted to ask you about those. When Siakam was running the point, it seemed like you guys did struggle in those minutes. What makes that lineup challenging for you guys?
Because you got a big guy that is playing the point. We have a couple of those guys in our league, Giannis, guys like that can LeBron. These guys are point forwards, and you got to put size on them because they will, take advantage of that in that matchup. And then you have, big wings, as they did tonight. They have a size advantage. We are coming off the bench with Lou and DeLon and Bogey. Tonight we came off with Jalen in that first half, but they really had a size advantage tonight.
With them having that size advantage, was there any consideration going with a double big lineup or having Jalen play more minutes than 6?
I thought we would go with TLC that second half, try to get Dre back in the lineup.
What's your reaction, if any, to sort of having some clarity now on your the play on a play in? You're lumped into the play in now, I think, with this result. What's your reaction to that, if any?
All losses are big losses. You know exactly where you are and what you have to do to finish. This is a important game, as they all are. But we lose this game, and I don't know what other teams what they did tonight, far as if they played or what the situation is. But dropping games with only 4 games remaining, you have a clear picture of where you are and what the situation is.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you very much.
Hey, Trey, when it was tied at 102, it was kind of anybody's game. How were they able to take advantage of the last few minutes of that fourth quarter?
The last few, yes, that sheet. The last few minutes of that game, they hit some big shots. We didn't necessarily. We got some good looks. We kind of had to take some shots late in the shot clock. But they just got a couple. They had a lot of offensive rebounds, and they had a little bit one too many at the end for sure.
Yeah, what were they able to do to be able to take advantage on the glass the way they did?
I mean, they're a long team. They're a tall team. That's what they do. They're they're very strong, very scrappy. I mean, that's what makes them good. I mean, if you look at their squad, they're not necessarily the most talented team, but they play really hard. They play together, and they got a lot of guys that are really just good at everything. It's not necessarily great at one thing, but they got a lot of guys that are really good at a lot of things.
The guy that can do that, Siakam playing the point for a little while, just how much more difficult does that make it to defend a team like that?
I mean, he's a really good player, making the right reads. Obviously, he's playing a lot of minutes too. With OG out, he had to play a lot of minutes tonight. So he was definitely facilitating and scoring for him a lot.
Did you feel like you guys needed to do a better job of matching up with their size? Because it seemed like, especially when Siakam was playing point, it seemed like that was when they started attacking you and getting into the paint.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really grow overnight.
Not you specifically.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, Chris, they're a long team. I mean, they're a tall team, and we got a lot of guys who can play, and they got to guard us too, and we're a tough team to guard. But I mean, when they're attacking the glass and you're not, and they're being physical, and the refs are allowing their physicality and going over the backs and stuff like that, it's gonna be hard to really get some rebounds over them. But we got to do a better job being more physical and things like that. But yeah, that's what they do though.
With this loss, you guys are officially locked into the playing tournament. Just what is your reaction to that? Does it matter to you at all?
Yeah, I'm just playing next game. I mean, we play the Wizards tomorrow. That's my only focus. So.
The other day, you tweeted about after the Nets game about how you wanted the respect to follow. I don't know if that meant for yourself or just the team. Like, what did you exactly mean by that?
You can interpret. You can guess, and then I may or may not tell you the answer. Just right or wrong. You can just guess it though. You can guess what I'm thinking.
Yourself?
Myself. What do you mean?
I mean, you had a great game, and obviously what transpired, like that was a massive win for you guys, and obviously with yourself being involved in awards conversation, that was a great show.
I think I'm talking about myself.
I mean, I know you don't. I know you don't necessarily
Talk about myself, huh?
right, but I mean, like that was a really great performance for yourself.
I appreciate it, bro. You can think differently, but I'm not about myself.
Is the plan kind of a sort of mixed bag of emotions? You know, it's a postseason, but it's maybe not what you had hoped for at the start of the season.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been definitely a different year. Obviously, we wish we were higher in the standings, but we're not, and we are where we are. So we gotta take care of business with what's ahead of us. And like I said, we got the Wizards tomorrow, and we got to take it one game at a time. And then the playoffs, if those start and we're in it, it's 0-0, and that's how I look at it.
Thanks, Joe. Cool. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Okay, when it was tied at 102 with a few minutes left, just how were the Raptors able to take advantage of the last few minutes?
Yeah, they had us scrambling. It felt like those possessions at the end. They're trying to protect the paint. Obviously, they lived in the paint all game, and they didn't get great looks on the offensive end. Couldn't answer when we needed to. Van Vliet obviously hit a big shot overhand. We had a couple good scrambles. They just seemed to make shots, got better shots on us at the end.
Yeah, when they had 24 points off of 20 offensive rebounds, just what were they able to do to be so strong in the glass there?
They lived in the paint. They played 4 big men for majority of the game. Their size definitely hurt us. We knew that was going to be the key coming into the game. This team just playing a lot of bigs. Putting Siakam at times at point guard and playing Boucher at 2 and 3, and that definitely hurt us. They had success doing that, and I thought the second half we were a little bit better, but the first half, especially the second quarter, early second quarter, late first, they really killed us.
When Siakam is playing point like that, how much more difficult does it make it to defend a team with the length that the Raptors have?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, our first shot defense wasn't horrible. He was definitely getting in the paint. It was that he was missing there, cleaning it up, finishing at the rim, and those are baskets we weren't necessarily getting this game. And credit to them, they found something that was working.
The home and road splits for you guys this season are really interesting. Why do you feel like that's the case for you guys?
It's tough to win on the road. It's the NBA. It's tough to win on the road. They got a good crowd here. I think we're really good at home. I think has a lot to do with it, but obviously if we could even that out a little bit more, but it's tough to win on the road in the NBA.
With this loss, you guys are locked into the playing tournament game. What are your thoughts on that? I know that was not the expectation for you guys this season, at least in terms.
Yeah, but that's where we are. That we're still a team. I think we've proven we can beat any team on any given night. Obviously, at this point, we're trying to get a plan, trying to get a home game, trying not to have both games be on the road in order to get in the playoffs. And we can still control our own destiny to an extent. If we win these last three, puts us in a pretty good position to do that. So it's obviously our focus.
Zoom. And Jim will go to Christoph Santos.
Hey, Kevin, hope you're doing well. Those types of games, and especially the way that you closed the game out tonight, what kind of lesson for you was?
Yeah, I mean, we made a good run at that, that mid fourth quarter to tie the game up. And they just made more plays at the end of the game. They had a couple offensive rebounds. Barnes had a big offensive rebound. Van Vliet obviously hit a big shot. And after that, us scrambling, playing, trying to pick up full court, and it became a free throw game. But that really felt like the game after Van Vliet's initial three, and for us not to be able to answer, that was definitely a big part of the game. Thank you, guys.